Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Fetch or ASI. Is it ASI already? I'm not sure actually. It's not ASI Finance at the very least. But no, I mean the news is kind of conflicting on this because I've seen news where they say that phase 2 is starting now, etc. Right, and phase 2 is that Fetch is turning into ASI. But then if I look at their official Twitter page, I couldn't see anything about it. I mean it's always just these like, what is this? Like some sort of an AI post, and then something about Ocean, something about Fetch, Ajax, but there's nothing about the phase 2 starting. So far, I think I'll call this video something like an ASI price prediction, but I don't think the merge has fully happened. I don't know, and I think that lack of communication, or at least maybe it's my problem, but that lack of communication I do think is not good. But alright, Fetch itself, or ASI itself, has been quite bullish, as expected. I mean, I expected a little bit more of a pullback, like what I said yesterday, is that I felt like it was most likely that we would retest 1.26.5 cents and 1.25. Lowest we got is 1.27.8 cents. But in the end, we got the breakout. All right, we continued with that bullish momentum, which in general, if you watch my videos over the last week, which I had tried to keep you updated on Fetch, what I told you is that, all right, well, if we break that level at 1.25 and 1.26.5 cents with either momentum or bullish markets, then we can rally higher. All right. And I would say the markets were quite bullish. Fetch on its own, and we already talked about this yesterday. Like I'm bullish on Fetch, but if you look at the numbers, it's not that convincing. All right. It's like the momentum right here. The reason I think why Fetch rallied is mostly because of the markets, which is not a great thing. All right, because that means that, like, preferably what you want is that the coin on its own has momentum. So then it can also rally when the market is not rallying, and it can hold its own when the market is dropping down. And I think Fetch is holding its own relatively well after this drop from Bitcoin here. But there's not enough momentum to rally. All right, you can see that we actually had some significant long positions close earlier this morning, which again was also in line with Bitcoin, where we also saw something similar. But no, I mean it doesn't look likely to me. Like purely technically, Fetch is actually turning bullish here, right? We got a bullish breakout. We continued rallying higher. I mean, there's also some sort of a level right here at $1.31, which we broke above. So purely technically, I have to be bullish on Fetch. But the thing is that without strong momentum, which I like, the open interest right here is actually dropping down with a negative CVD. I would say that's not enough momentum to really push higher. So for now, I actually do think it's most likely we'll just, well, first of all, just follow Bitcoin. But in this case for Fetch, that probably means that after rejecting from the 200 EMA right here, dropping down into this level right here between 1.3 and 1.25. And then it's now support. So let me make that a green area. And then from there, if we really want to see a Fetch rally, which I would say is a real possibility, like some other AI coins are actually doing quite well. Near is doing great. WorldCoin yesterday was quite strong. But if we really want a rally from Fetch, I think it's most likely, first of all, we'll drop down into support here. But then from that support, we would need to gain open interest. I think that's momentum. If you gain open interest, then you can actually push higher up towards 1.55, 1.67, and then potentially 1.85. So that's something we'll have to see. All right. And at this point of time, because there is no momentum and because the market, the market is quite strong. So I think we'll just follow Bitcoin for now. But to really get a breakout above 1.45, I don't expect that. I think it's more likely then that we'll just kind of bounce towards 1.27. And that will consolidate on top of that until we gain momentum. All right. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, of course, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.